Hello and welcome to my channel, Making Crafts. Today is Freebie Share Saturday. I am hoping to share a freebie each Saturday. If not, hopefully it'll be every other Saturday. It just depends on how many freebies I can find to share with you that I like and that I want to use. And so I'm just going to try to share them with you and share a little project that I do with the freebie. And so it's going to be just like small little projects, something we can do in just a few minutes, but enjoy some of these free digitals that are offered by the different companies. And so this one came out last week, and it is from Shabby Art Boutique, and it's on her blog or website, and I will link to it below. So I was going to share this last Saturday, but I was a little under the weather, so it's a week later, but that's okay. So I'm going to try to share freebies that I find that week instead of a week later, but I really didn't want to pass this one up. I want to share it with you because I think it would be great for your spring journals. It even has a little bunny here for your Easter journals, and then there's another little bunny on these pages. So now I just downloaded this free from her blog, and I follow her on Instagram is how I heard about it, about the freebie. And so I'm not affiliated with her shop or anything like that. And I really have just started following her, so I don't really know. It says Carrie Ann English. I really don't know her yet, but I'm following her and really enjoying her website and all the beautiful projects on there. So I decided today, I don't know if she had a set project in mind for this kit. I didn't look that far into it to see, because when I downloaded it, I just had an idea what I wanted to do with it. So we're going to make a little pocket today, very simple pocket. You've probably made these before, but I thought we could make this together using this kit, and I'll show you how I'm going to embellish it and use it. So I'm planning on using this one in my little spring journal that has bunnies in it. I think I'm going to use this sheet. So this is a sheet in the kit, and it looks like it's supposed to be like a card or a little booklet. And I printed on the back too. I printed this one on the back. So there's actually just 4 sheets in the kit that she gives. And I think this is just a sample of the kit that she came out with. And let me see if it has the name on it. I'm just going back and forth, aren't I? Linen, lace, and paper. So if you look, this is a mini digital kit, but I think this is part of a larger kit that she made. So I'm just going to start out by cutting the pocket the size I need for my journal. Now you can make your pocket any size for the journal that you need. So mine has a lot of white around it, so I'm just going to trim that off first. And I have a specific size I need because I've already started figuring out my Easter spring journal. So I need this one to be about 7.5 wide. I'm going to have to cut into that little bunny, but he's going to be covered up anyway, so that's okay. And then this way I need it at, let's see, that's about the right height there. I think it's going to be perfect. Did I cut that straight though? It looks a little crooked. I think it is though. Yeah, it's straight. Must be my eyes. Okay, so we have our paper that mine's measuring 7.5 by about 6 3/4. So I think that'll be perfect. So we're just going to fold that in half. Now you don't have to print on both sides if you didn't want to. You could just have the inside of the pocket be white. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold up about 2 inches on the bottom here. So I'm just going to eyeball where that would be. So that's right above that blue line there. It's going to cover up my flowers, isn't it? But that's okay because we're going to embellish it anyway. So maybe let's pull it down just a little so we can see the flowers. So not quite 2 inches. That way at least one of the roses will be showing, and just a few here. We won't cover them totally up. So that's going to make a small little pocket. Let me see if I can get this pressed out first. I'm going to fold it this way. Press it down. Okay. And then we're going to take the top here and we're just going to fold it into the inside. Not all the way up to the line here, just almost to the score line where we folded our pocket in half. And so we have a little slanted pocket here. Now if you have the white background, it's going to stand out more. But what I'm going to do is probably just ink that edge a little so it stands out. And I'm not sure though, do I want to ink it with pink or do I want to go with brown? Since I hadn't started this journal yet, I'm not sure all the colors I'm going to use. but I do know I'm going to use some blues in it and some pinks. So I'm going to try inking it first with spun sugar. This is a very light pink from Tim Holtz. It's Distress Oxide. I'm just going to ink it just a little bit with that, and if I decide it needs to be something darker, I can go up a color. Or I may even switch over to a different darker color like brown or blue. I'm just wanting to have that line showing. So if we just ink it a little, let's see. It is making it stand out more. Because I didn't want it real dark because I'm not sure I'm going to grungy up this journal since it's a spring journal. I'm going to try to make it kind of light. And my thoughts right now is that it's going to be light colors, the light blues, light pinks, things like you think of traditional spring colors. If that may be too light of a pink, I'm trying to see. I do have, let me see here. If we try this Rosebud by Memento, hopefully it's not too dark. Let's just lightly do that. Okay, and so that's a bit more on there than I want. So let me find something to wipe it off on, because I want to lighten that up a little. Just kind of smear it out just a little. And I got a little bit right there, but that's okay because we're going to embellish that up, so it's not going to matter. So I do like that. I like the pink line. Then I'm just going to kind of blend just a little there. And we're going to need a little bit more, but I'm going to stamp off some because it is kind of dark, so I don't get all that dark pink on there. There we go. I like that now. Okay, so there is our pocket. It's a very simple pocket, like I said before, but the fun part is the embellishing it and decorating it up. So the kit also comes with some tags, and we have these little tags here. So let's cut those out, and then we will embellish them up, and we're going to embellish our pocket up as well. And I'm also going to go ahead and fussy cut all the pieces from, well, not all of them, but most of them, like the buttons and the flowers and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut those out too, because that's what we're going to use to embellish this little pocket. Okay, so we have all the pieces cut out, and I was looking at this tag, and the tag has rounded corners at the bottom. So I'm just going to come in with my corner punch and see if I can straighten those up, because I am not good at cutting round corners, and my corner punch has gotten a little dull lately. I don't know what's causing that. It doesn't want to punch all the way through. There we go. And then I don't know if I can do this corner. No, I don't think so. So I'm just going to have to round those the best I can using my scissors. And then for the bottom of this, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to round. Now I need to back these. I forgot before I punched them. I need to back them with some cardstock because I want them to have a little bit more structure to them. So we will do that in a moment. And then we have holes on these buttons. I do want to punch those holes. I'm trying to find my punch here. Let's see here. So we'll punch those holes out. I didn't do any of this when I was cutting. Let's see if I can fit that in there. There we go. And then I have to clean it out so I can see where I'm punching. That's good enough. And then that one and this one. So I think we have all of that. And then I pulled out some lace because I want to use lace on this. And I want to get my string. I want to put some string in that. We'll have the string there just in case. So we're going to decorate this up. Oh, and we do need to glue our pocket. Let's go ahead and glue our pocket shut. So I'm just going to glue this down, and I'm just going to leave it there to thicken up my pocket. You could just cut that off if you wanted to, but I just use it to help thicken the pocket up. And then here, we're just going to glue along this bottom edge. And just press that. And then this is going to actually be, you'll just take this, and this side won't be seen. You'll just glue it to your book. Or if you wanted to use this as a pocket and see this side, then you could just paper clip it in. But I'm going to glue mine down. And then right here, we want to glue the pocket down. We're just going to go along the edge here and then along the bottom edge with some glue. Then we'll just glue that shut. And that is our pocket. It's very simple. So now it's just time to embellish. And I thought that's the fun thing is I love seeing how other people embellish, and it really helps. So I thought maybe that would be the fun thing with this freebie is to see how to use it for a pocket, but also how to use the embellishments and embellish it up. So I think I'm going to layer the buttons that way, but I'm thinking that I want string in each button. So let's try it and see. I haven't tried this yet. This is the first time I've used this kit and tried it. Just be real careful because I'm just using 32-pound premium paper for this one. And so you have to be careful since it is thinner paper. It's not cardstock, that when you tie the bow, you don't pull too hard because you don't want to, rip your paper. So I think that'll make a cute little embellishment on it. And then I want to add some to this one as well, just so that they both have string in them. And I feel like they need some inking on them as well. They've got a gray outline. So I am going to ink this little piece right here with some brown ink just to kind of define the lines on it just a little bit more and make it a little grungier looking. Like it's an old piece of paper that I've torn and put on here. But I could tear paper and do it, but that's a perfect little piece that came with the set. And what if I add just a little bit of brown around the edges of the buttons? I think that helps even out when you cut circles. It helps with the shape so it doesn't look so wonky. So then I also have these flowers that's really beautiful that came with the kit. So I think how I'm going to do is I'm going to layer it up with this piece of paper and then a button maybe sticking out here and then a button behind that one and then this flower on top. So we're just going to glue all that down. Kind of just lay that there. Then maybe put this towards the top a little bit. Then we're going to have this across here. I'm trying to figure out the best place for it. I think down there would be good. So yeah, I've already started thinking about my Easter spring journal. I don't know if it's going to really be Easter as much as it's just going to be for spring, because I hate to make something just for Easter when that's just 1 month and one activity, and maybe not as much goes on with that activity. So that's what I'm trying to decide how I want to do it. I think it may just be a spring journal. And I'm just trying to decide here if I really want to cover that whole button up or not. Let's see here, put this here. And I might want to trim just that off just a little bit, like that. Trim it off the edge there. And there we have, let me pull that little bow out. We have the little front embellished. And I know my lights are bright, it's hard to see it, especially with these light colors. But we're just trying to make something quick. And so then be sure when you make that, you add your embellishment, you don't lose your pocket, because that's going to go in that pocket. And I think I'll go and ink around it. So I have lots of scraps like this in a scrap bin. So that's what I'm going to use. It's just cardstock, and so I'm going to use it to back my tags. So I'm just going to glue the tags down onto the cardstock, and then I'm going to trim them out. And I'm not going to make you sit through that, so I'm going to speed up the video, and so you can just see, so we can get back to embellishing the tags. But I want to go ahead and back them before I embellish them, because it will sturdy them up some, because I feel like that when I ink them or I'm trying to work with them where it's thinner paper, I am wrinkling it some. So I figure if I can go ahead and back it, it'll be strong enough for me to work with it. So I have decided to come in with just a light bit of brown. I just never cannot add the brown. I just feel like I need to frame out the edges with it just a little bit. So I came in with just a little bit on the edges of the tags and on this. And so now let's finish up. So we have this little piece, and I'm wondering if we should put it on our tag, or maybe it's on the back side. Is a little surprise on the back, or we may just leave it off. I do know on my tag I want to put a little piece of lace. So let's, and I want to put some lace, I think, down the side of my pocket. I just got to figure out which side I want to put it on. I'm thinking that I want the lace on this side. So I think that would be pretty. So let's take, and I'm just going to trim that lace off. And then we'll just add it to the edge here with my Fabri-Tac. And I hope that you enjoy this series. I know that we're all on budget, so freebies sometimes are fun to play with, and it gives you a chance to try out that artist work as well. And you can see how their kits are. I like trying out the digitals. And but let me know if you like this series. Be sure to hit the like button and comment below, and let me know if you if this is a series that you'd be interested in seeing each week, or you know, at least every other week. If this is something you're interested in, that you like this series of me showing you how to make something using the freebie. Normally I probably won't make whatever the artist made for it, since they already made it. I'll try to come up with something different if I can, unless it's just something that you really couldn't, but most of the time you can change things up to be something different. So let me know if you are interested in this series, and I will try to keep it going. It is hard to know what others like, so it's very nice when you like something or you comment on it and let us know that it's something that you like and that you're interested in seeing. So I think I'm just going to add this little piece of lace here. I kind of want to staple it, but then I'm not sure if stapling's going to look right on this, since this is such a dainty little piece here. I could just stitch it across. Maybe I'll just stitch it on, and because then we'll have this one. So I'm just going to stitch around these, and I'll be right back. So I did go ahead and stitch around these, and I just did a straight stitch around this one, and then this one I did like a little zigzag and then a messy stitch around it, just to add a little interest since the tag was so plain. And this is just a quick little pocket using the freebie, and we still have these two sheets, and I may make more pockets and things with them, but for now I think what I'm going to do is just save them and use them in the journal when I get started on it. The journal that I'm going to make is going to have a mixture of kits, and it's also going to have cardstock and different things from different companies. I'm just going to mix the things up, just pull out the colors, and I will show you how I do that when I get to work it on my spring journal. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this Freebie Share Saturday, and like I said, let me know by hitting the like button or commenting below, or do both, and let me know if you like this series and if this is something you're interested in. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.